Hey guys, welcome to Tiny House Customs. I'm Dan. So I spent quite a bit of time making sure that the inside of this space was square, but now I need to start making sure my walls are square. Now to start to do that, I need to make sure my trailer's level. This is really the only time that my trailer needs to be perfectly level is when I'm putting the plywood on these things. And then after that, it doesn't really matter. So what I'm gonna do today is show you how to level the trailer. This was the highest point, so I brought this to level, but basically all I've done is dug out a little bit, put some crushed rock in there, and then I used some cinder blocks and then some 2x4 to bring it to level on both sides. This side's got to come down just a little bit more, but I just got to dig underneath the wheels to drop it down a little bit. Now what I did was just put one block on this side, one block on this side, and I got that level, and then once that was level I could go up from there. Now I am using cinder blocks. Cinder blocks are under $2 each. If you were really budget friendly, logs would be a great thing to use. I think it'd be the cheapest thing. I was going to use the logs, but I figured that would be more work than the $20 I spent on cinder blocks. So let's go do the front, eh? Sound good? Oh my God, I'm so sore. I took an ass whooping. So I want this thing to be as level as possible. I definitely want these 2 points here, the front and the back, to be level with each other. If this is pitched like that, it'll be okay, as long as it's running straight. So if I take a 4-foot level and put it on here and hold it so that it's level, I got about a 1/4 inch gap right here. So if I take that 1/4 inch and times it by 4, because 4 times 4 is 16 feet, so 1/4 inch times 4 is 1 inch. So this front can come down 1 inch. So I'm gonna keep that in mind as I'm setting up my blocks for this thing. First thing I'm gonna do is shovel some of this out. Try to bring this as level as I can. I'm just going to take a 2x4 block and level this out by eye. The torpedo level would be perfect right now, but I don't have one of them fancy tools. You don't have to do this, but I'm just going to put a little crushed rock down there. And I'm making this pad about 16 by 16, a little bit bigger. So I got some room to work with. Now on these cinder blocks, there's like this ugly side right here, and then there's this nice pretty side. I want that pretty side to face out. Also when they pour these, they make one side a little bit thicker right here, so it'll come out of the mold. I want that thicker side down. You know what, I might have to dig way deeper. If I want to put 2 there, you damn straight you're gonna have to dig way deeper. So these blocks are about 8 inches, and I know this needs to come down about 1 inch. So I need to almost bury this thing down about 6 inches. That's a lot. So I kind of went a little premature with the rock. That's okay. Just take it and scrape the rock out. So I want this to be roughly 17 inches. 15, 16, 16. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than what I need, and then I can add material to it. Put that rock back in, mix with dirt, it's gonna be all right. I mean, that looks all right to me. I'm hoping that's 8 inches, right? That's what we want. I want a little more. Yeah, 9 inches, perfect. I mean, a 1/4 inch off that way is pretty bad. And 1/4 inch off that way is pretty bad too. Looks good to me. Good enough for this rodeo. And then I'll take one more and hopefully slide it right in there. Good. And I want this one to catch this steel beam that runs full length, and as well as this front. On the back there, I used a block right here to fill up some space. It doesn't, I mean, if this was permanent, I would make sure these were nice and square and these were perfectly level. I'd get a laser level out and really get them good. But now I'm not going to add any dirt to this in case something weird happens over there. But now I'm going to go and rinse and repeat, do it again. I have to do it 4 times. I want to put my level on top of that block, so I'm just making a little channel for my level to run in. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Somebody's going to comment, you know, you should put leveling jacks on it. Do your research about leveling jacks before you comment something like that, because leveling jacks are the shittiest thing they put on tiny houses. A lot of tiny house builders don't even put them on it because they're useless. You can't level a tiny house with them. If you don't get your cinder blocks perfectly level with each other, it's going to be okay, because you can use stuff like 2x4, 1/2 inch plywood, 3/4 inch plywood. So you got micro adjustments, which is the case that I have. I bet you we're sitting pretty damn good. Yeah, we are. Don't put your fingers in stupid places, like underneath heavy objects. That's reasonable. That's about 1/4 inch out. The length of the trailer. I need this to come down onto there. Just need to dig out these wheels. I need this back corner to come down some. So I could take the wheels off so I could drop it down a little bit, but I'm just gonna dig out underneath the wheels a little bit. There it is. That's what I wanted. That's it. That's exactly what I wanted. So I got all the weight sitting on the 4 corners, and I'm close enough to level. If you don't take the time to level your trailer, square your walls, all that stuff, it's gonna be really nauseating being in the house having it unlevel. So I got it sitting down on 4 corners on these blocks. All the weight is off all the tires. I'm gonna go back around and check all the sections again, make sure it's good. Ow, that's a cut. Oh, that's a good one. Damn, dude. God damn. Ow. Ooh, that one's gonna be a bad one. This is roughly how I leveled my house. I did put a better footing in down below so those blocks wouldn't sink into it. But I also put one in the middle here, and I didn't really take that much time. I put a block down there, and then I just shimmed it up with some 2x so that this was running nice and straight. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm not gonna spend nearly as much time on it. Gonna come up about 3/4 of an inch right there. I mean, that's pretty good. Now, the more time you spend on this, ultimately your finished product is going to be nicer. So if you really want a showpiece, get that thing level, perfectly level. String some lines on this, don't use your eye. If all you have is a small little torpedo level, you can use a straight 2x4 and use that as a level, and then just take the torpedo and put it next to it. Not very accurate, but better than nothing. You can get a string line level, different options that you could use, but for me, this was good enough. I'm just gonna clean this up so I don't trip over it. Yeah, oh, it feels so much better. And it's level, I can tell it's level. I'm honestly so far behind in editing that I don't know what's next in videos, but either plywooding or no, I gotta square the walls. So I'm gonna square them and straighten them and all that shit. So if you guys want to help support this build, please go check out my Patreon page. The link's going to be in the description below. For just $1 a month, you can help with this project and you'll get advanced access to all my content, some behind the scenes just for you videos, and some other stuff that YouTube doesn't see. You know, it's all like, you know, I try to take care of you guys on Patreon. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. What do you say?